Everybody, this is Mr. C again, and today I want to show you another piece of really cool free software called Celestia. This is kind of like Stellarium in that it's a free program you can download and use it to kind of go over some of the things we've done in the planetarium. This allows you to fly around the solar system and fly around the universe. Okay, so we'll start the program up in a second, but to get it, you take your web browser and you go to this site here, shatters.net/Celestia. And they've got a download page where you can download this program for Windows, Mac OS X, or Linux. Another website that's worth knowing about is this website called the Celestia Motherlode. It's just at celestiamotherlode.net. And on this website, various users have posted a ton of data that you can use to put into Celestia and make even more realistic simulations of the solar system and the universe. So they have a lot of different data sets for different objects in our solar system, things outside the solar system, and so on. So it's these websites that you want to use to go and get the program. Now, what we want to do here is we want to start up Celestia. And when we do, what you'll notice is that it starts with that strange yellow screen. That was actually the sun, and you can see that it's doing a little dance here and going from the sun to the earth. That's pretty typical for the way this starts up. In this video, let's do like we did with Stellarium. Let's look at the basic controls. Okay, so we start out looking at the earth. One basic control that's similar to Stellarium is left mouse button click and drag. We hold down the left mouse button, we click and drag, and we can pan around. That's pretty similar. That in and of itself doesn't do a whole lot for us. One of the things that's really nice is that you can think of this program as kind of like flying a camera around the universe. Left mouse button click and drag sort of points the camera in different directions. Right mouse button click and drag orbits around the object you've selected. In this case, the Earth is the selected object, so if I hold down the right mouse button and I click and drag, I wind up being able to move around the Earth and view it from any direction that I want. Notice that the sky moves around in the background. So you see which stars or other objects are behind the Earth. For example, these blobs here are the Milky Way, and here we can see the Earth silhouetted against the Milky Way. You can also see the line between light and shadow, and that's called the terminator. We'll deal with that and the shape of it in a number of classes this quarter. If you go around to the night side of the Earth, you can see cities lit up at night. We can even come around here and make the Earth block out the sun. Okay, so we've got this orbit function and we've got the pan function. Another thing we can do is use our scroll wheel to zoom in and out. Again, that's a lot like Stellarium. It's kind of reversed here though. If you go scroll wheel up, that actually takes you away from the object that you're looking at. So in this case, we are looking at the Earth, and if we do scroll wheel up, we get farther from the Earth. Scroll wheel down, we get closer to the Earth. So you've got zoom in and out that way. Another thing you'll want to be able to do is to pick the object that you're looking at. For that, you can go to location, and then you can say go to object, and you can pick something like, say, I want to go to Mars. I can pick Mars, and the program will fly to Mars. So here we've got Mars, and there are a couple of its moons labeled. Scroll wheel down to get closer, scroll wheel up to get farther away. And I can do this orbit function where I travel around the object, just like I did with the Earth. Okay, another thing that's worth knowing are some of the other things we can display and label. I can go up here to display, and I can turn on planet labels, so we know what planets we're looking at. Guides, I can turn on things like constellation figures. I'll make use of those probably in the next video. So here we've got a few guides turned on. Planets, moons, we're showing the lines of the constellations. And we can look at Mars from different directions. We also want to make time travel at different speeds, like we've done in the planetarium. And it works about the same way it does in Stellarium. We use the L key to speed up time. Now here's something I like to do before I watch a planet rotate, and that is I like to like to go to location and then click lock phase. That's kind of handy. And then to speed up time, I just press the L key and time starts moving faster. So here we can start to see Mars rotating. The sun is shining on it from the right, and we've got the moons of Mars like Phobos moving around it. We can rotate and look at things from different directions while they're rotating. In other words, while we've sped up time. So this is a great way to look at motions in the solar system. We can see how planets rotate. We can see how moons go around things. We can slow down with K, and we can pause time with spacebar. So we've got left mouse button click and drag, right mouse button click and drag, scroll wheel up, scroll wheel down, L as usual to make time go faster. Whoop, you can see I made that go way too fast before I hit spacebar and unpaused it. So we've got spacebar to pause time, we've got L to speed time up, K to slow time down. So you have a lot of the same controls you had in Stellarium. And then you have a lot of options up here, like picking an object, directions that you're looking, flow of time, date that you want to go to. Display is useful. You can pick what you want to have labeled. You can label orbits of things, and you have a whole bunch of other options here. So those are some basic controls, and in the next video what I'll try to do is do kind of the cosmic zoom that we did in class on Thursday last week, and we'll look at the difference again between solar system, galaxy, and universe.